Hey everybody, today I'm making a butter basted pork chop in a frying pan, and all I'm going to use to season today is some Lowry's garlic salt. I'm also going to throw some rosemary and thyme in there. I grow it fresh because you can buy it dried at the store, it's good, but fresh, I really like the difference in flavor. It's just got a little bit more robustness. So check this out. We're going to start out with a room temperature pork chop. And we're just going to put some of this Lowry's garlic salt on here. Get a nice coating. I like to coat the fat real well too, because we're going to baste this with butter. Hopefully crisp up some of that fat. And we're going to get both sides real nice. Just a nice generous coat. And we're going to let this set for about 15 minutes. Just to get some of those flavors permeated in the meat a little bit. Okay, our pork chop's been sitting for about 15 minutes. First thing we want to do is get our pan hot. We know it's hot because look at the oil, the way it kind of just thins right out like that and spreads to the edge of the pan. So we want to get our pork chop in there. Always put your meat in the pan and lay it away from you so you don't get splattered. Listen to that sizzle. We know it's hot when it's sizzling like that. So we're going to go ahead and get some butter in here. And now that the butter's melted, we're going to go ahead and just sprinkle in some fresh rosemary and thyme. Listen to that crackle. And we're just going to keep basting this with butter. About every couple minutes. And because this is pork, we do want to make sure it's cooked all the way. You usually need to cook pork. You usually want to cook pork to 145 degrees. Okay, this has been sizzling for a few minutes. I've been basting it. And we're going to flip it over and get that other side cooked. Look at that, nice and golden brown. The mistake most people make when cooking pork chops is they overcook them. You only need to cook pork to 145 degrees and they turn out tender and juicy every time. Okay, so I think our pork chop's done here. We're going to give it a good baste one more time. We're going to take this off the pan and we're going to let it set for about 10 minutes. Let this guy rest. Perfect, juicy pork chop. Okay, so our pork chop's been sitting about 10 minutes. We're going to go ahead and cut into them and see how this turned out. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that right there. Perfect, juicy. Look how nice and tender that looks. Look at that. Now we're going to mop this in the juices a little bit here and give it a taste. Mmm. Mmm. That is so tender and juicy, and you get that buttery flavor. Oh man, I can't wait to taste this again. but that buttery flavor with the aroma and the taste from the rosemary and thyme. I'm telling you, that is a great way to cook steak, pork chops. I'm going to try it with salmon. I'll make another video on that. Thanks for tuning in today. Please be sure and like my video, subscribe to my channel, and click that little bell. You'll get notifications when I post new videos. And leave me a comment. Let me know how yours turned out, especially if you try this. Well, that about does it for this pork chop. I can't wait to do that again. That was amazing. All the buttery flavor and goodness. Look at how tender that is. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.